lay down on your belly for Shalabhasana, and one at a time reach your legs back so that you set yourself up very long on the floor. Take your hands by your hips, forehead down, and then start to lift the shoulders up towards the ceiling. Lift your legs, lift the wrists, reach your chest forward, reach your legs back, and pull the arms back as you stretch your spine forwards. Anchor your tailbone down. Lift the inner thighs, stretch the knees, open the toes, and lift those outer arms up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, release down, resting your head to one side. And then turn your head and rest the other cheek down on the ground. Release and relax the buttocks. And now for another version of Shalabhasana. So be on your belly, stretched out long. Lengthen your rib cage forward, lengthen your legs back, and then stretch your arms forwards. And once again, adjust your legs so that your legs are really reaching back and so the arms are reaching forward. So you should feel nice and long here, laid out on the ground. Prone position, belly down. And now start to lift your right arm and left leg up. So stay grounded in that right leg, stay grounded in the left hand. Lift the chest up as well. And get longer in that right arm and longer in that left leg. And then slowly lower down and switch sides. Now lifting the left arm up and the right leg up. Stay grounded in that right hand, stay grounded in the left leg and left top of foot, lifting the chest, lengthening the limbs here. And then exhale and release down. And again, lifting the right arm and the left leg. Anchor your tailbone down towards the sticky mat. Lengthen the right arm forward and the left leg back. Extended elbow, extended knee. And lower down. And again, lift the left arm and the right leg up. Reach the left arm forward and the right leg back. Lengthen the limbs. And exhale and come down. Now we'll practice a shin twist. So start on hands and knees and bring your knees, shins, and ankles together. And then sit back on your heels, sitting tall. And we'll start by twisting to the left. So you can bring your right forearm to the floor directly in front of your left knee. Have your palm facing up. Press your right forearm down and then lift the left arm up to the ceiling. And think of twisting the belly open to the left. Spread wide across the chest, lengthen your spine. And pull the outer left hip back and pull the outer right hip back as well. And squeeze your outer hips towards each other to help you lengthen even more in the spine. Lift the left hand up to lift the left shoulder girdle up. Press the right forearm down. And then release the twist. And now press your left forearm down into the sticky mat. Left palm up. The left elbow is directly in front of the right knee and lift the right arm up, lengthening the spine, opening the chest, and pull the outer right hip back and pull the outer left hip back and squeeze your outer hips together and pull them both back. And then from that foundation, unfold the front of the spine, lengthening it forwards, headwards, and lift the right arm and shoulder up even more, twisting even deeper. And then exhale and release down and come out of the pose. Now we'll practice Janu Shirshasana, so have a blanket folded that you can sit on. And sit your buttocks down onto the blanket and stretch your legs out in front of you. And pull the flesh of the buttocks back so that you can sit up tall on the center of your sitting bones. Fingertips down, shoulders back. And then bend the left knee out to the side so the left sole of your foot comes very close to the right inner thigh. And use your fingertips on the floor to help you point the midline of your torso directly over the midline of your right leg. And then continue that action to twist fully to the right. So the left hand is on the right knee, right hand is on the blanket, twisting to the right for a moment. And then start to come forward and grab onto the outer right foot with your left hand. The right fingertips are on the floor to support you, and start to lengthen your rib cage forward, lengthening the front ribs as much as the back ribs towards the right foot. Relax and release the left buttock back and down. Think of the whole belly sliding over to the right so that the midline of your belly comes directly over the midline of the right thigh, and then lengthen your belly forward even more. Pull the right thigh bone back towards the hip socket. Ground the right thigh bone down. So the deep low belly slides to the right, and then lengthen both sides of your rib cage straight forward, directly towards the right foot. Using your hands to help you. And then inhale and come all the way up to center. Take the left knee up to the ceiling, and then stretch your left leg long. And then pull the right knee out to the side, connecting the right sole of the foot to the left inner thigh. Both sets of fingertips on the floor now to help you start to turn your body so the midline of the trunk is in line with the midline of the left leg. And then continue this as a twist, twisting the belly around to the left and the rib cage, right hand to outer left knee, left hand on the blanket, turning. And then see if you can use that space you made to come forward, grabbing onto the outer left foot with your right hand, and let your belly recede and slide over to the left. So the midline of the belly is in line with the midline of the left thigh, and start to come forward even more. So the belly recedes and slides to the left and lengthens forward. Sides of the waist lengthen forward as well. And let the right butt cheek release back and down. And continue to find more space in your trunk as you fold forward. Pulling the left femur back towards the hip socket. Grounding the left thigh bone down. And then bend the right knee up to the center, and then come out of the pose. Now we'll practice Upavishta Konasana and have 2 blocks and 2 blankets with you here. Stack up your folded blankets as you see here, so you will be sitting on the corner of the blankets, and have 1 block in front of you and 1 block behind you, like you see here. And then sit on the corner of the blankets and stretch your legs out to the sides. And now use your hands on the blankets to lift yourself up and get your buttocks more behind you. So this is important. Pull the flesh of the buttocks back so that you feel like you're sitting more on the front half of the sitting bones. So you don't want your pelvis tucked under you at all. So the buttocks is pulled back. And then hands on the blankets, fingertips pressed down, shoulders back, lengthen the trunk, lengthen the rib cage, lengthen the spine, lift the spine from bottom to top, and balance your head right over your pelvic floor, and start to straighten the legs, extending the legs even more, grounding the thighs down. So the inner thighs are descending. The feet are active. And now start to twist to the left, taking the right hand onto the block in front of you and the left hand onto the block behind you, keeping the legs firm, the inner thighs grounded, the tops of your thigh bones grounded, the low belly lifting. Twist the belly, the rib cage, the shoulders. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to deepen the twist. Press down into the front half of the sitting bones. Twisting all the way to the other side, left hand on the block in front of you, right hand on the block behind you, and turning. Grounded in the tops of the thighs, lifted in the low belly. Turn the belly to the right, turn the rib cage to the right. Turn the right ribs back, left ribs forward. And then release and come back to center. Once again, press your fingertips down to lift the trunk again, staying grounded in the legs. Breathing here. And then bend your knees to come out of the pose. Now we'll do belly rolling pose with a block. Laying on the back to start, place the block between your knees, knees over hips, shins parallel to the floor. Stretch your arms out to the sides, wake up your feet. Spread the arms, inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, lower the knees down towards the right hand, squeezing the block. Pull the belly to the left, slide the shoulder blades down the back, press the backs of the hands into the floor. Squeeze the block between the knees and lower the knees down a little more to the right as you roll the belly left. Stretch the left arm to the left. And then inhale, come back to center. Squeezing the block, and exhale, take the knees over to the left arm. Reach the right arm to the right, wide through the arms, shoulder blades down the back. Pull the belly to the right. Roll the belly to the right as the legs go left. Long spine here. And then inhale back to the center. And exhale the knees over to the right side, squeezing the block. Belly recedes back and slides to the left. And then inhale to the center. Exhale, take the knees over towards the left elbow as the belly rolls to the right. And inhale back to center. Exhale, recede and scoop the belly as it rolls left as the knees go right. Inhale, center, squeezing the block. Exhale, let the belly recede and roll to the right as the legs go to the left elbow. Nice and even and wide through the arms, and continue like this again to each side. Shoulder blades sliding down the back, long in the anterior spine, connecting the outer knees in towards the inner knees, towards the block. Stretch the elbows, open the hands, hug your shoulder blades into the rib cage. And then lower the feet back down to the floor. And relax here. Smooth inhalation. And exhaling. Remove the block from between your knees and rest in neutral. Now we'll practice Shavasana. So we'll have a bolster to support you underneath the knees and thighs, and have a spread out blanket on the head side as you see here. So lay down and adjust the flesh of the buttocks so that it's moving away from the lower back, and then start to roll up your blanket so that we'll have this nice roll of support underneath the neck. And then slide your shoulder blades down your back and release the arms so the palms are face up. And once you feel fairly organized here, then Really relax and release.